hard does this hit?
Oh, it's hitting hard. Man.
This is 80-something, just...
I used to come out to my fights on this song.
Yeah, this makes you want to stab 10 motherfuckers.
Fight the power of the radical of the youngster.
Oh, my God. Mike, you did something that happens in Hollywood, but it happened to you. You were like the fucking king at the age of 20. How hard was... I mean, you didn't even know what the fuck was going on around you.
No, you're absolutely right.
That's true. At 20, things are moving so fast.
Hey, well, he never thought about that. It's me and this old Italian fellow, we got together, and he has told me these wonderful things about myself and what I could accomplish if I listened to him. And so I dedicated my life in listening to him.
Now, did he take you to a hypnotist?
Yeah, he was a hypnotist too, but he also took me to one.
He was a hypnotist?
Yeah.
In which way?
Just that way he could allow you to relax and he could reach your subconsciousness.
With the tone of his voice?
Yeah.
And just talk to you nice and light.
Yeah.
Tell you what was going on. You're the champion.
Till I fall asleep, yeah.
Yeah, no. Cuss was a weird breed, bro.
Yeah, he was.
I never met him, but God rest his soul.
A weird breed. But he knew what he wanted in life. He wanted champions.
You know, Mike, I want to write a book. I've been writing a book. But in that book, in between chapters, I want to write about the people who touched my life. In the weirdest, how many motherfuckers came in and out of your life that you think about every 3 days and go, God, and they're not dead. I'm not even talking about that. They can still be alive. You're just in a different mind game. You didn't talk to them no more.
Yeah.
You're not talking to them no more because
most of mine are dead, but yeah, there's a few.
No, like motherfuckers who
my life has just changed.
How many motherfuckers came up to you one day, didn't want none from you, and just said something to you that you went back to your room and had to think about, what the fuck this happened? And you look back and they disappear. And you think there maybe could be an angel from God that just... I had 20 motherfuckers that have come into my life at the weirdest times. Then they disappeared. I want to write like a page just in between chapters. How many motherfuckers do you have that really affected you in the weirdest ways?
You know, wow, when you say a lot of people in my life that affect me in that particular way, they usually passed away and stuff. And I was watching a documentary about Joan Rivers. Yeah. She's the blonde.
Right, the crazy lady.
Yeah, and she had said somebody had left her. She lost contact with one of her workers. And she said, God, he was there. And, you know, what happened to those people that were there? He said, remember when this happened? They're not there no more.
It's weird. I'm not even talking. Like, I got a guy that lives in Pismo Beach. And one day he was my sales manager at a car place. And he was trying to egg me on. I think it's time for you to do comedy. I'm like, stop it, dog. I ain't no fucking comedian. I'm a criminal car salesman. I barely keep it together.
Nah, you good, man.
I didn't know this at this time. I didn't know this. And one day I sold the car that night late, and they were washing it the next morning. And the kid's son, I went back to the checkout. I'm like, is this car going to be ready by 9? And the kid's son looked at me and goes, funny, we were talking about you this morning at breakfast. He goes, my dad said if he had any balls, he'd quit his job, get in the car and take you on the road to do comedy. That shit fucked my insides up. Like, till this day, I check in with him once every 2 months. He's about 70. He's the one that taught me how to write my goals. He used to say, a lot of people go, they'll write down, I want to be world champion. Well, how are you going to become world champion? Write down the things you need to do to become world champion. I got to train. I can't drink. I got to stay away from these people. And he would make you write weekly goals, daily goals. Like when you went in there and every day, he wouldn't let you talk to a customer until you write down your goals for the week. I'm going to sell 2 cars today. I'm going to call 10 people on the phone. I'm going to talk to 8 people face to face. I'm going to have a good attitude. You got to hand it to him. He ain't dead, but I never forgot that lesson. He came into my life.
You ever talk to him?
Yeah. We still talk. I talk to the kids online. The one kid shares his birthday with me, so I wished him happy birthday. Sure, I don't forget nobody, Mike, that came into my life like an angel. My prison counselor, redneck motherfucking Mike. Mike, the first day I sat down, like I wanted to, you know when you just get off the bus when you go to prison and they unshackle you and they give you the fucking towel and your sheets and then you go to the room and some motherfucker comes in and says, Tyson, counsel wants to see you in room 4. And you got to go in there and before you even sit down, Mike, before I even sat down, he goes, oh, before you sit down, I want to tell you something. I don't like spics, niggas, and Jews. So I don't like you already. Mike, that was how the conversation opened.
Man.
I'm going in there with personality, like,
nah,
you know.
Fuck that, nigga. They said, fuck that.
No. He said to me, did you ever get sit down? No, he goes, don't even sit down. I don't like these type of minorities. I'm not crazy about Chinese people. Like, he was a redneck with a military hairdo.
I'm not crazy.
And he goes, I read over your report. You got here by a skin of your fucking mother's cunt. And then he goes, you're dismissed. And before I hit the door, he goes, you ever get hepatitis C or something? It was either hepatitis or some other disease. I go, no. He goes, report to the kitchen. You got a job. Get the fuck out of my sight. So for weeks, I didn't like him, Mike. You know, how can I like a guy that opens up like that? I don't like specs. So, who the fuck are you? Nobody's ever said that shit to me. But somehow or another, he got impressed with me. You know, I did what I was supposed to do. And there was these psychological evaluations. You know, when we first got locked up, before they sent us to our destination, they do that week where they ask you stupid questions. They draw blood. They ask you to fucking fill the circles with the blocks. Did you have to do that?
Yeah.
A whole week.
And then you say, what does this look like? They say, what does this look like? What does this look like?
Yes. Well, at the end of that...
I've been doing it all my life.
Yeah. Well, I only had that evaluation once.
Because, like, that's... I watched your Spike Lee documentary. It blew my mind how similar you two were, but it said you were arrested 38 times by the time you were 13. Like, do they even do diagnostics anymore after like 30 times?
No, they always didn't give you Thorazine and what's that? They give you Thorazine. Lithium. Yeah, they give you.
They
lithium.
put you on the lithium shuffle.
Man, I've been on so many medications as a kid.
Really? They drug you out?
Yeah. Listen, when we were kids, when Mike and I were kids, there was 2 drugs. There was lithium and Thorazine, and then there was a heavy one that gave you, and they used to call it the lithium shuffle. As soon as you go to prison, they give you Thorazine to calm you down.
Especially if you're a dangerous guy.
And you have to take it?
Yeah. And then what you do is, you double up on them. Like I would put them under my tongue and save them until I got 3 of them. And then I'd eat them all at once and get fucked up for like 15
and sometimes hours. You could sell them, so that's why they always
you sell them
to the inmates.
They always make sure like they're under your tongue and shit like that. It's a complete...
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.